Kirby has been around for 30 years in the form of racing games, puzzles, and classic adventures. With the release of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the puffball will be experiencing a new world in new ways. Kirby is not the character that most people immediately think of when they think of video game icons, but that is exactly what he is. The adorable pink powerhouse has been around for 30 years, and whether it's been racing games, puzzle, or classic adventures, Kirby has experienced it all. Since his first video game release in 1992, Kirby has had more than 30 games ranging from grand adventures to simple puzzles. Although not all of these games experienced notable success, those that did quickly became fan favourites. And so with that, I've decided to dig up a list of the top 10 Kirby games as ranked by Metacritic. Of course, just before we do get into the video, if you do like this type of content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course, like the video. Not forgetting that we do also stream over on Twitch. I will leave all the links within the description box below. And with all that said, let's get into our top 10 list. Number 10, Super Kirby Clash. One of the more unique Kirby games is also a game that players can experience for free. Super Kirby Clash is a half re-release and a half improvement upon the earlier Team Kirby Clash Deluxe, which was itself an expanded version of a minigame. But that doesn't mean that this game is light or simple. The depth of leveling and the unlocking system provides a lot of complexity to the gameplay. Super Kirby Clash is an RPG-style boss battle game in which players can select a copy ability role that have expanded movesets and powers. Players are then sent into battle with a boss, which will then give experience and currency to improve or unlock more abilities. Considering it's free, this is one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch today. Number 9, Kirby's Return to the Dreamland. Return to the Dreamland is sort of a video game franchise reboot that features many of the classic aspects and areas of the past Kirby entries. Additionally, this game establishes some of the series' mainstays that continue today. After a strange spaceship crash lands on Popstar, Kirby and his friends need to help the alien rebuild his ship. This is a 2.5-dimensional platformer, meaning that it features a 3D space that the player can explore on a linear path, which is a classic format for the lovable mascot. This game originates some of the big mechanics and ideas, such as the Hyper Inhale, that allows Kirby to suck up heavier objects and enemies. Number 8, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. The very first of Kirby's 2.5D adventures, this game is one of the most underrated Nintendo 64 games. There are many things that set this Kirby game out from the pack, but the primary mechanical difference is the addition of power combos. This mechanic allows the combination of copy abilities into different forms, such as the combining of the cutter power with ice to create an ice skating power. The story begins on the far-off planet of Ripplestar, where a race of fairies is attacked by a dark matter. One of those fairies escapes and asks Kirby to help find the shards of the fairy's crystal and save her planet. This game takes place over several planets, providing players with a wide array of scenery and experiences. Number 7, Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. Rather than Kirby's standard copy abilities, Extra Epic Yarn sees Kirby transformed into a ball of yarn that can transform itself into new exciting forms. This ranges from UFOs to submarines, depending on what is needed. He finds himself in this predicament after eating a tomato that is possessed by an evil sorcerer, who then sends Kirby into the yarn world. Nintendo does have a charming love of arts and crafts, as readers can see in Yoshi's Woolly World, the Paper Mario series, and Kirby's Epic Yarn. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn is an expanded version of the original Wii game, now brought to the 3DS. This improved version builds upon the basic mechanics of interacting with the world via yarn-based abilities. Number 6, Kirby Triple Deluxe. Triple Deluxe is a solid Kirby game that builds a beautiful story upon the foundation of a classic Kirby concept. One day, a massive beanstalk erupts from the ground beneath Kirby's home planet, Popstar. Alongside many standard landmarks, King Dedede's castle is carried away by the beanstalk, so Kirby sets off on his adventure. This game continues the Hyper Inhale mechanic by adding Hypernova Kirby, which is activated by eating mysterious fruits from the beanstalk. The charming world of Popstar is built upon this story, providing new locals and characters for Kirby to interact with. This game also introduced 4 new copy abilities for Kirby, including the fan favourite Archer ability. Number 5, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. The Amazing Mirror is consistently among the most beloved Kirby games by fans. This is thanks to the sprawling map, in-depth power developments, and charming atmosphere. The story takes place in Dreamland, where a magic mirror can bring wishes reflected in it to life. When a dark figure comes out of the mirror and splits Kirby in 4, the different coloured Kirbys chase him back into the mirror world. The simultaneous co-op is seamlessly mixed with the solo play, as a single player can summon another Kirby to help with bosses and puzzles. The Castlevania-esque world progression provides hour of exploration and discovery, leading through a magical realm full of friends and foe alikes. Number 4, Kirby Planet Robobot. When Popstar is attacked by a massive spaceship, the world's heroes attempt to fight back, except for Kirby, who sleeps through the whole thing. And once he's awake, he sets out to take the planet back. This is the general story of the planet Robobot, one of the most well animated and designed of Kirby's adventures. The unique twist on Kirby's standard adventure is the introduction of the Robobot, a mechanical suit that Kirby can pilot to help him in certain areas. Much like Kirby, the suit can copy enemy abilities, which is used for puzzles and fights alike. Kirby games are not usually known for their difficulty, but the charming atmosphere and unique designs set this game apart. Number 3, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. A modern remake of the second Kirby game, Kirby's Adventure, this game is well known for how it built upon standard traditions of the game in new ways. The story is simple enough. Kirby awakes from his dreamless sleep, which leads him to check on the Fountain of Dreams. The mystical star rod has been stolen from its place on the fountain, and Kirby leaves to get it back. The updated graphics and abilities serve the classic game very well, and the care put into every detail does make one feel that the game is a labour of love from the developers. While this game is perhaps the simplest and most standard of Kirby games out there, it is also well designed and executed that it earns a place among the rest. Number 2, Kirby Mass Attack. What if instead of one Kirby there were 10? Well, that's exactly the simple idea behind Kirby's Mass Attack. After travelling to a strange land, Kirby falls asleep, and during his nap, an evil sorcerer splits Kirby into 10 smaller versions of himself. While Nintendo is no stranger to unique gameplay, Kirby himself has many experimental and strange mechanics used in this game. Thanks to Kirby's simple design, he continues to be one of the favourites of Nintendo's most daring developers. The goal of the game is to use the DS stylus to guide, toss, and encourage the little Kirbys through a variety of puzzles and battles. Number 1. Kirby Canvas Curse. Kirby Canvas Curse is a more recent sequel. Kirby Canvas Curse and its more recent sequel, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, are innovative and experimental games that utilize the DS and 3DS's touchscreen to their full potential. In these games, the world of Popstar is cursed to becoming a painting, and Kirby fights his way through the world with the help of his rainbow paintbrush. Rather than moving around the traditional platforming game, players use the touchpad to draw paths for Kirby to follow. Players can also draw walls for safety, and tap Kirby to get speed boost or use copy ability. These games show just how well received experimental games can be by showing off innovative gameplay and refreshingly new art styles. And so there you pretty much have it. That was the top 10 Kirby games as ranked by Metacritic. So what did you think of the top 10 list? Are there some games that missed out on the list that you think should have been included? Or perhaps that you think there's a game on the list that shouldn't be on there? In which case, do let me know within the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And of course, if you did like this type of content, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and of course, like the video. If you would like to see some more top 10s, I will leave some more top 10 videos in the annotations at the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.